is putting at a disadvantage the other investors that are not yet knowledgeable with regard to that material non-public information.
Mm-hmm. And why is it illegal?
It is illegal because is putting at a disadvantage the other investors that are not yet knowledgeable with regard to that material non-public information.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Actually, nasagot ko na.
Nasagot mo ba? Sorry, ako yung hindi nakikinig. Sa okay.
Ayos na lang times
ka. Nasagot ko na, hindi ka nakikinig. Welcome back to Ask PSE, where we answer your questions about the financial markets, investments, and everything in between. I'm John Garcia from PSE's Market Education Department, your host for this series. Today, we are focusing on a very important topic, investor protection. And with us this afternoon, we have our friends from the CMIC and the Disclosures Department. Before I move to the introduction of our guests, please note that we will be selecting 3 winners from those that will be featured in this episode. So please stick around until the end of this episode. So let's introduce our guests. First, from the CMIC, we have Attorney Martin General. Attorney Martin, glad to have you with us.
Yes, likewise.
Okay, so can you tell us more about what you do at CMIC?
Yes, at CMIC, we are the independent audit surveillance, compliance, and enforcement unit of the Philippine Stock Exchange. So, principally, we receive complaints from the customers of the trading participants. We also conduct audit of the books and records of the trading participants or the brokerage firms, and we also conduct surveillance.
Thank you for that one, Attorney Martin. Very interesting, very great job that you do there at CMIC. Next up, our guest from the Disclosures Department, Ms. Hannah De Guzman. Hello, Hannah. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Sir John. Thank you.
So, tell us more about the Disclosures Department and what you do there.
Okay. For the Disclosures Department, we check, reviews, and process disclosures filed by listed companies and ensure compliance. And we also check the applicability of the rules based on the disclosures submitted. So, that's it.
Wow, very interesting work also at the Disclosures Department. So, how we do things here at Ask PSE, we feature the questions sent in by our social media followers. So, I'll read the questions and you answer them. You guys ready?
Yes.
Ready.
Okay, that's great. On to our first question. Rafael Claude Rizzo wants to ask, how does PSE protect retail traders? So, I'll throw this question to you, Hannah.
Thank you, Sir John. Hi, Rafael. So, as you may all know, the PSE maintains a fair and transparent market through its trading rules for investors and trading participants, as well as the consolidated listing and disclosure rules for listed companies. Sir John, with the recent developments and changes in the market, many of the retail investors are now participating in IPOs or secondary trading.
Right.
So with that, the disclosures of listed companies are very important.
Mm-hmm.
These disclosures are obligations of the listed companies and for regulatory protection of the investors. So the PSE disclosure rules designed primarily to protect the investing public, such as the 10-minute rule.
Okay.
So the 10-minute rule requires listed companies to disclose within 10 minutes from receipt of such information or happening or an event.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you guys wondering why 10 minutes? So, 10 minutes because it is the equivalent or standard for an immediate or as soon as possible for disclosure of material developments. Next is a selective disclosure.
Mm-hmm.
Selective disclosure wherein listed companies are not required to disclose non-public material non-public information to an individual or to a group unless there is a simultaneous disclosure or an announcement to the PSE. So this is also to ensure a timely and fair dissemination of the information to the investing public. And last but not the least is the blackout rule. So the blackout rule wherein a director or a principal officer prohibits from transacting the issuer securities up to 2 full trading days from the time they receive the material non-public information and until the said information is disclosed to the PSE and disseminated to the market.
Thank you so much for that, Anna. On to our next question. Our next question is from Ethel Agustin, and she wants to ask, what to know before choosing a broker? So Ethel, gusto mo talaga manigurado na tama yung bubuksan mong account sa tamang broker. So I'll throw this question to our friend from CMIC. Attorney Martin, ano nga ba dapat ang kino-consider bago magbukas ng account sa isang brokerage firm?
Okay, thank you, John. So, Ethel, currently we have actually two kinds of brokerage firms now. We have the traditional and the online. So, if you want your account to be managed by a trader or salesman, doon ka sa traditional brokerage firm. And of course, we also have the online broker. So, meron yung online trading platform that you will be managing. So, that's one consideration. So, for the second consideration, CMIC actually imposes disciplinary actions on trading participants that have violated securities laws. We regularly publish this disciplinary actions imposed on the trading participants on our website. So that may be used as a guide in choosing what brokerage firm or trading participant you will be opening an account with. And also, some trading participants also offer services. Meron silang research, meron silang market education initiatives. So this may also be considered in choosing the trading participant. And finally, as to commission rates, you also have to consider that.
Thank you, Attorney Martin, for those insights. So ayan, Ethel, sana guided ka na in choosing which stockbroker you open an account with. On to our next question. Our next question is for you, Hannah. Alan Ray Borja asks, is it safe to invest in illicit stocks as beginners?
Hi, Alan. So let me differentiate first between unlisted companies and listed companies. So unlisted companies are basically, they are not traded in formal or in any stock exchange. Perhaps they do not meet any listing requirements, or maybe they don't want to disclose their books to the public. While listed companies, these are companies that are basically listed in the stock exchange. They are much stricter and they must comply with the PSE's listing and disclosure rules for transparency, right? So aside from that, listed companies are very liquid. Listed companies are traded in an organized market wherein buying and selling of stocks are more efficient as compared to the stocks of the private companies.
Thank you, Hannah, for differentiating listed and unlisted companies. So there you have it, Alan. Now you know the difference, and now you know why it is better to invest in listed companies because they are traded in an orderly market like the PSE. Our next question again is for Hannah. Okay, ready?
Ready.
Okay, so si Raya Angelique Dobuzet wants to ask, how should an investor or trader react to negative news circulating across social media and news sites?
Hi, Rhea. For us, we ask listed companies to clarify or verify undisclosed information circulating in social medias, news sites, or whatsoever. So with that, this is to avoid undue speculations by trading of listed shares based on that undisclosed information.
Okay.
So we highly encourage all investors to check the available corporate information posted in PSE Edge website. And besides, the PSE Edge has its mobile app where you can download and get information first-hand right at your fingertips.
Thank you for that one, Hannah. You see, Raya, very important to verify and validate yung mga news na nakikita ninyo through PSE Edge, gaya ng senior ni Hannah. Our next question. Okay, so this question is for Attorney Martin. Si Jobert wants to ask, what is insider trading and why is it illegal?
Hi, Jobert. So insider trading actually happens whenever investor buys or sells securities while in possession of a material non-public information. So it means that this information is material in the sense that this will be used by the investor in his decision whether to buy or sell that particular share. It is also non-public because it has not yet been disclosed. It is illegal in the sense that the insider or the one committing insider trading is putting at a disadvantage the other investors that are not yet knowledgeable with regard to that material non-public information.
Thank you, Attorney Martin. Our next question is again for you. In connection with the insider trading, si Casimiro Tambunting wants to ask, have we prosecuted a case of insider trading? How many cases, if any?
Okay. Hi, Miro. To answer your question, actually, we have two Actually, we have to define the jurisdiction of CMIC. CMIC actually exercises jurisdiction over securities laws violations by the trading participant. So in insider trading cases, actually there are several parties involved. So we have, of course, the investor or the client, and we have the trading participant that executes these trades, and we have the listed companies that issues these disclosures that may be material to the insider trading case. So consider that CMIC exercises jurisdiction over trading participants. For insider trading cases, we only penalize the brokerage firms for basically for their failure to notify CMIC as to the perceived or possible violations, particularly the commission of insider trading. But for the investors and sometimes the listed companies consider that CMIC's jurisdiction is limited, we endorse these cases to the other regulatory authorities such as the PSC and the SEC. So to answer your second question is
How many?
How many? Yeah. Since the start of the operations of CMIC in 2012, we actually have initiated more than 30 cases involving insider trading. So most of these cases involved the trading participants, and in some instances, we actually imposed disciplinary actions on these brokerage firms. But for the parties and for the clients and for the listed companies, we have continuously endorsed this to the PSE and the SEC.
Thank you for that, Attorney Martin. It is very enlightening to know na ang dami na palang na handle na cases on insider trading.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to watch part 2 of this episode coming out soon. If you want to see more investing related videos from the PSE, then please do subscribe to our channel. Leave a like in this video if you haven't. And as always, this has been your host, John Garcia. We'll see you again next time.